Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. I'm just realizing that I'm going to have crazy PODS lady here today. So it is what it is, guys. So welcome to our new member orientation. We're very excited to have you here for this new member orientation. I'm going to call Stephen Lassiter out, who I know is on this attendee, and ask him to text me if there's any issues with audio or video or anything there. So first, a couple of things around housekeeping is just want to make sure that everybody has and sees available to them their little mini dashboard that's available for any questions that you want to type in, or if you want to do any chats. And then, of course, if you want to download the handouts and or the videos as well. So with that, we will go ahead and get started. So, second, move this here, and yeah, anybody raise your hand on the panel if you're having any issues with seeing me or hearing me or anything there, and if not, we'll just keep on trucking. All right, so my name is Monique Roberts. I'm the Executive Director of the PODS Association. Here at PODS, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary. And being 25 years old, PODS has members in 36 countries over those years and is being used by over 200 operators in those countries. We have just a ton of great people in our community, and we're working hard and diligently to keep innovating and working towards any and all innovations in data management, data modeling, and then also data governance. So whereas PODS really started as a data model 25 years ago. Oh, you are not hearing me. Now you're hearing me. Okay, we're good, Stephen? Good, okay, awesome. Awesome, thank you. So whereas we started about 25 years ago with the development of a data model that was standardized and usable for predominantly the oil and gas industry, we've really grown into much more than that as our PODS community, and we have just a ton of different resources that are available in addition to the data model. So while we are going to go through all of that today, I do want to touch on quite a few things that we're offering in and around resources and as a hub for your community for PODS. So with that, we'll get real quick into the model itself and the reason why data standards and data models are so important. And that's has a lot to do with, of course, safety and regulation. So where the PODS model started and where it serves best is in and around data management and data governance related to integrity management and pipeline safety. So really that foundation of data that you need to be able to have accessible, to be able to have transparent, to be able to be unsiloed and available to the right people at the right time. So unfortunately, many of the incidents that we've seen since Bellingham and San Bruno, and then of course those as well, had a lot to do with either data that was missing, data that wasn't available, data that had been siloed, or just gaps in data. And so we really strive towards pipeline safety related to PODS and the PODS Association, mainly because that foundation of data is so paramount to safe operations of our infrastructure here in the US and all over the world. So on top of data, of course, is information, right? You can take that data that you can store and organize in the PODS data model, and then start gathering and garnering some information with that data. And then from that information, you can start assessing knowledge, right? You can start applying risk analysis. You can start doing a lot of things around prioritizing your projects, and then also making sure that you're engaged with all of your business goals as well, right? Some prescribed business processes that you can apply to this data once it's available and organized. And then the last thing I want to share with that is, of course, ease of use, right? Whenever your data is organized and in a standardized data model. PHMSA has been a PODS member for many, many years, and actually their NPMS system is partially built on PODS. So if you are organizing your data in PODS, it's just that much easier for you to file your annual reports and submit your NPMS submittals. We work a lot with PHMSA as well as a lot of other organizations, regulatory bodies, and trade associations all over the world. And there really is a push for a lot more data transparency in the world. So we're seeing a lot more activity worldwide, especially with PODS. So whereas, we definitely have a lot of new technology, those standards are just paramount especially for all of our service company members to be able to participate in PODS, because then they can make sure that they're ensuring that their deliverables and their services and their software will comply to all of your operations as a pipeline operator and managing your data on PODS. And then data is an asset, right? I just recently was very, very grateful to present at the PTC in Berlin, the Pipeline Technology Conference there, and the topic that I presented on was data as an asset, right? And so data really truly is an asset, and we need to start engaging and operating as if it is. So the PODS model was designed by and for pipeline operators, specifically for their business. But what I'm going to get into a little bit later is that the PODS model is being used outside of oil and natural gas operators as well. So it's really an exciting time to be a part of PODS. So these are our strategic goals of PODS, which are very important to us. Our board reevaluates our strategic plan every 4 years, and this is the plan that we're in right now and our goals. So besides establishing a logical and simple data model that you can build on anything, we actually really want to focus a lot more on the community. So communicating with our members, making sure that we have all that standards implementation guidance and training, and then also, of course, to retain, grow, and engage our membership, which we are absolutely doing. It's a very exciting time to be a part of PODS. So, like I said, PODS community, we are a nonprofit member-driven organization that's 25 years old, and we are made up of all these members that are just big brain, innovative people that come together and collaborate with one another and build some really great things to not only, again, ensure pipeline safety and optimization of your in-ground assets, but also, to look to the future as well, to make sure that we're ready for what's to come ahead, right? Here recently, we've had quite a few members in the renewables group join PODS. So we have one of the largest carbon sequestration pipeline, well, will be the largest carbon sequestration pipeline in the world once built, just joined PODS. That's Summit Carbon, and they recently spoke at our spring event. And then also hydrogen and water. We have several new water organizations and associations that are joining PODS because we're currently building a water model. So it's, again, very, very exciting time to be a part of PODS. So I am going to share with you, before we keep going, a couple of videos. That way you can hear from others, not just me, on the importance of PODS. And then also, actually, we're going to start with a welcome from our PODS board president, Mr. Todd Patterson. So I'm going to share this video and shoot. Okay. Let's see.
Welcome to PODS, the member-driven community for pipeline operators, service providers, vendors, and regulatory agencies. I'm Todd Patterson, president of the PODS Association, and on behalf of the 11 other board of directors members and the PODS membership, we're thrilled to have you a part of our community. I hope you find this new member orientation useful to help ensure that you take advantage of all that PODS has to offer. From the only geospatial model specifically designed by and for pipeline operators, to our semi-annual forums, to the regulatory and data resource centers and learning management system, to our many opportunities to get engaged with evolving requirements and data standards. As a member-driven community, we rely on you, so please do become engaged in a committee or other volunteer opportunity. If you ever have any questions or feedback, please reach out to Monique Roberts, the PODS Executive Director, myself, or any of the other PODS board members. Thank you for joining PODS.
Okay, so hopefully everybody enjoyed that video and got a good idea of what PODS is and what we do and all of the wonderful things that we have planned as well. But for now, what we're going to do is dig into what's available to you guys as new members. We also have a couple of potential members on the broadcast today, so we're welcoming you as well, and we hope that you will soon join the rest of us. So with that, we're going to go through some of the resources available to you now with your membership. When any company joins PODS, all of their employees have the ability to join and engage in the PODS community as well. So that's an enterprise type membership due that you pay so that everyone has access that you would like to have access. We have a lot of people that engage in PODS that are not GIS professionals, they're not IT professionals, but they might be integrity managers, right? They might be ILI analysts. They might come from any and all different walks of backgrounds within the pipeline industry. And so we want to welcome everybody because we need to have multiple different stakeholders that are a part of the communication and a part of the community here at PODS so that we can ensure that we are covering the entire asset lifecycle and all of the things that are valuable to all of our membership. So with that, we're going to go through, I'm going to walk you guys through how to log into the member portal. I'm going to show you the LMS. I'm going to show you the member directory. We're actually still finishing the build out of the detailed membership directory. So when that launches in a couple of months, we're going to give you a notification about that. I'm going to show you the job board, our free live data layers, our federal and state specific regulatory updates, and those are just for our US members. And then also some of the upcoming and current technical solutions that we have here at PODS. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, so this is the PODS website. So pods.org. You come into pods.org and there's just a wealth of information on the front end of our website as well. I'm going to show you the back end with your member portal and all of the cool things that you can engage in there. But just want to spend a little bit of time here to make sure that everybody has a lay of the land and so far, because we have a lot of new stuff on the PODS website. So of course, thank you again to our premier sponsor, principal sponsor, Esri. They do so much for our organization, and we really do appreciate their continuous support of the PODS Association. If you want to tell others about PODS, we have an information brochure that you can download there, or you can go to join, and this is going to give you all of the different types of membership that we have available to us. We just recently, this year, started a micro operator level, and these are for companies that have about 100 miles or less of pipeline. We want to make sure that we are a very inclusive organization and we have the ability for all operators and service companies to be able to join, as well as associations. So just a ton of information here, and then a little snippet of who our members are and then the benefits of those members. If you want to look at, again, the front end of the website, we also have a member directory on the back end through our member portal, which I'm going to show you in a second. But here, if you want to just see the ton of logos and different types of companies that are members of PODS, whenever you join PODS, you, of course, you're going to get your logo up here, and then it's going to be hyperlinked to your website as well. So you can see we have a ton of great members here at PODS. If you want to learn more about what we have going on at PODS and all of our events, you can come in here and you can see our strategic goals and our tactical plan. You can see all of the stuff that's going on with PODS. You have all of our news and announcements here with all of our different events. Of course, this is our new member orientation here. We're also linking events that we participate in as well. So obviously, right, the Esri User Conference. These are our podcasts as well that are coming up. Our next one is with and sponsored by Burns and Mac. They're going to be talking about cathodic protection and that data within PODS. So make sure that you sign up for that. All of our podcasts, see what I did there, are available to all of our members. We want to make sure that we are getting as much technical knowledge and expertise and all of the information about all of the innovation that our member companies are participating in out to as many people as we can. And then we have coming up in August, of course, our back to school event, our user group event. So if you ever want to sign up for any of these events that are going on, some of which are free to everybody, others of which are free for members, and then non-members can pay a fee to participate as well. So for our user group event, our back to school event, we're going to dive much deeper into all of the resources of PODS, as well as a lot more technical demonstrations about all of the models and how to download them, how to load data, how to do all kinds of awesome stuff. So you definitely want to participate in that one. So you can just click register here, go in. It is a virtual event. You go in and just put your name and your email address, and we'll go ahead and register you for that. So we'll go back to the home page, and again, all of our events, and you can see our full calendar is here as well. If you just want some more information, if you're not sure whether or not if you want to join PODS just yet, you can register to get our e-newsletters and our events updates, and we always have a lot of stuff going on. We have 7 technical events that we're hosting between now and the end of the year, so a lot of stuff going on. So definitely want to be in the know. Sign yourself up for that newsletter. And then some more information about us, our mission and vision statements here. Our resource centers, this is the front end, again, of our resource centers. So this gives you a little bit more information about our resource centers. If you want to access them, you're going to need to log into the member portal. So just some more information about all the different links and free live curated data layers that we have there. You want to learn more about the model and maybe even download the 7.0.1 table, right? If you want some more information or want to zoom into what the hierarchy and the organization of the model looks like, you can download that document here. Of course, to get the full model and all of the data information and resources associated with that, you have to join PODS and be a member of PODS to do that. So back to the model, if you want to learn more about the actual data model itself, if you want to learn more about the design standards and the standards that we go by in order to set up all these database standards, our repository about, how it's an open data standard. If you want to learn more about, the terms and authorizations about using the data model, all of that good information is in there. Before I get away from here, of course, it is our 25th anniversary. So if you want to stay in the know about all the cool stuff that we have going on this year to celebrate our 25th, go ahead and jump in here. And here's a listing of all of the different events that we're going to be hosting this year. And then if you want to do a review of our Spring Forum and 25th anniversary, we do have, we are finishing up some editing on the recording of that event. And we're going to have that up on our LMS and also on our YouTube channel here pretty soon. You'll be able to download that and see all of our different speakers, and then all the awards that people won at the event. It was really a great evening, and it was just wonderful to see everybody. I was hanging out with somebody from Kinder Morgan yesterday, and she was like, man, it was like a family reunion. It was really great to be able to see everybody again, people that you've worked with over the years, and be able to just catch up with everybody. It's really wonderful, all of the things that the PODS community has done over the year. And then finally, before we get into the member portal, I just want to show everybody our PODS store. You can get your PODS merch. So you can see here, I have my PODS tie-dye t-shirt with the 25th anniversary. You can get some stickers, right, if you're interested in that. I ordered the computer sleeve. It's pretty cool, powered by PODS. Yeah, so it's just some fun stuff to show your pride in the community. And this little dog hoodie is just absolutely adorable. I think I'm probably gonna have to get this looking. So yeah, so go ahead and check out, and we'll have more merch coming up here as well. Also, here's pretty soon we're gonna upload different versions and sizes of the current data model poster. So if you wanna order that to be able to put it up on your wall, so that you can have easy reference and a larger version of that to be able to display and use in your day-to-day work. We'll be able to download that as well. All right, so actually, before we get away from the member portal, we also have here information about our podcasts. So if you want to be a part of the community and tell our community more about what you're working on and what your organization, your team, and your group is working on, this is a great way to do so. Right, you come in here, you can see we have Burns and Mac doing CP data within PODS. After that, Esri is going to do a podcast on PODS beyond data management. So we're going to learn a bunch more stuff that we can do related to PODS that's outside of data management. Then Geonamic is going to do one on an application migration from PODS Esri Spatial to PODS 7 with a lessons learned, so that'll be great. And then New Century with DCP/P66 now is going to do one at the end of the year on the Esri mobile apps and updating your field data capture directly into PODS. So a lot of great nerd stuff going on. It's going to be a ton of fun. So make sure that that you go ahead and sign up for all of these podcasts so that you can learn more about what our community is up to. And then if you're interested, we're actually sold out for this year, but we are taking applications for next year if you want to do a podcast as well. So here is one of the newest resources that we have in the PODS community, which is the job board. So this is really, really great and has been very popular. This was not in our in my original strategic plan when I started last year, but it's something that we came across and our community absolutely requested it because, everybody's always looking for good people, and what we do as a community is very, very important and pretty niche as well. So you want to absolutely be able to find the right people to be able to get to be a part of your team. We also engaged and started a scholarship program this year and an internship program. So it's very easy to add and post any job that you may have. As you can see, we have a lot of our PODS members that are posting their jobs here, and some just really great opportunities here. In fact, even PHMSA is hiring somebody for an IT specialist. Looks like they're paying pretty well. So there's just a ton of great opportunity here, and this is all free for members. So if you want to post a job to the job site, if you want to access the resume bank, all of that is free for members. So you just go in here, and it will prompt you to log in to put your name and your password in. It's the same name and the same username and password, so your email address and password that you would to log on to the PODS member portal. So very easy to post a job. You just run through and you can get that done on LinkedIn. Also, if you want to access the resume bank, resumes, yeah, we need to put some more resumes in there. And then if you want to browse jobs, you can go in there as well. So just a really great resource. Again, we want to be the hub for information and communication and community as well. So please check out the PODS job board. I've gotten a lot of hits on those. All right, so I think that's it on the front end of the website. Again, so guys, if anybody has any questions, you can put those into the questions box. You can chat in the chat box, and if you have any questions there, I'll go ahead and grab those too. So with that, we are going to go into the member portal. So you can access the member portal here. If you are a member company of PODS, but you may not have a username, which is your email address and a password, you can either let me know, you can email info@pods.org, or you can go ahead and do the online registration here to go ahead and sign yourself up. So with that, of course, I I have my cookie set up so that it remembers my username and password so that I don't have to worry about that. And then, of course, you're going to see up here on the top bar, which we're going to run through, as well as the sidebar here, a whole bunch of information too that is somewhat duplicative of the front end of the website, but we want to make sure that everybody's got good access to everything. So let's see. Make sure, I'm going to make this larger so you guys can see it better. Okay. All right, great. So let's see. All right. So up here, of course, if you ever want to get back to, this is the home page for the member portal. If you ever want to get back here, you just have to hit the home. If you want to get to the front end of the website at pods.org, you can get here. If you want to contact us about anything, this takes you back to the front end of the website as well in our contact page. If you want to apply for to do a podcast, you can click here for that application and fill that out. We really want to make sure that we're not just doing sales pitches on these podcasts. So it's important to our board and our community that we make sure that the information is timely and it's important and it's going to be beneficial to our community as well. So of course you can absolutely talk about the things that you're working on at your company, but we want to make sure that it's going to be applicable and interesting to our community as well. So whenever you fill out this application, it goes to our events committee, who, if they have any questions, they'll reply back with questions. And if not, we go ahead and work forward to getting you approved. And then we start the process of engaging and promoting the podcast, as well as helping you with the structure of it as well. Now, we are always looking for volunteers. We have a ton of stuff going on right now, and there's plenty of opportunity to engage with pods. So, that's the whole point of this. So we're a nonprofit member-driven organization. So we're looking to you guys to drive that innovation through our volunteerism and volunteer experiences. Any of our committees, our working committees, are even running for the board if you're interested in that. So we have, like down here, we have opportunities to work on the technical committee on data governance, on data modeling, on our training, education and awareness committee, events and marketing, scholarship. We are working diligently. Marissa Majal with Integratech is working diligently with her group. A lot of people involved in that. NCS, CHA, Williams, just a ton of big brain people working on developing this. It's a really interesting piece of what they're working on to develop the model even further, to, for the first time, have prescribed business processes as a part of the model. So you'll be able to figure out why you did a dig or why you ran a pig. It's pretty cool stuff. And of course, the water model working group, we have some really great organizations that are working on that. And Xylem with Pure HM is leading the charge on that. Joanne's doing an exceptional job. Burns and Mack is currently writing a charter for a CP working group, which is a spinoff of the Integrity Regulatory Task Working Group. We're looking for people to man the TDC, incident reporting, and then also a tanks working group. So if you're interested, come in here, fill out the form, check off whatever boxes, stuff that you're interested in. We ask here for relevant experience, but if it was up to me, the only qualification that you would need to have to be able to be on a working group or in a committee is that you want to be on a working group or a committee. We're very inclusive here at the PODS Association to make sure that everybody's involved. All right, so next up is, again, if you want to register for the Back to School User Group event, if you want to register for the Fall Forum, we have a date for the Fall Forum. It's going to be in Houston on October the 10th. That one, again, is going to be done in conjunction with Esri. Esri is going to do their Houston Pipeline Seminar on the 11th at the same location. And then on the evening of the 10th, we're going to do a joint social. And so it should be a lot of fun. So make sure that you register for that. So, and that's going to be at the Hyatt out on the west side of Houston. So if you were there last year, it's the same location that we had it at last year. So yeah, so please make sure that you reserve your seat there. We sold out of room at the spring forum, and then more people showed up even more. So we had to add more tables at the last minute. It was pretty crazy. So make sure that you sign up early and often. And then of course we'll take this link down now that we started the new member orientation. If you are interested in, well, this is our portal for our board members. Again, here's all of our events with our full calendar if you want to get involved with any of our events. And then if you are interested in sponsoring any of our events, we are opening sponsorship for the fall forum here pretty soon. Also on Tuesday of next week, Wednesday maybe, we are going to have a open call for topics, papers, and presentations for the fall forum. So we've had quite a bit of interest in our membership community, giving some presentations on the work that they've been doing to either migrate operators to PODS 7, to engage with and start utilizing the new PODS utility network with APR. People want to talk about the new ILI data tables and modules there and how that's working out for them. We have also topics from LDCs where they want to talk about how you can use the PODS 7 data model, any of the data tables that you'd like. You can take those out and attach them to UPDM so that you don't have to silo your data anymore. You don't have to have your distribution and transmission data in two different places. You can break apart PODS 7 and use just whatever you'd like. So if you're just interested in the ILI data tables, you can grab those out of PODS 7, attach them onto UPDM and rock and roll. So if you're interested in presenting or sponsoring for the fall forum, you can grab some information here about that. So with that, those are all of our top tabs. Next up, we're going to run through, actually, I'm going to see if there's been any questions yet. Nope, no questions. All right, so we're good to go. Okay, so whenever you log in, especially if you're a new member, I urge you to come into your profile as soon as possible and make sure that all of the information is uploaded and correct in your profile. Like, you know, shame on me. I need to put my photo in there. You know, if there were any outstanding invoices for membership dues, that would be here. If you want to edit your profile, you want to edit any of your contact information, let us know. You know, there's a button in here too that if you want to publish your contact information or not. And then you'll see all of the events that you have already signed up for. That's going to be listed here in your upcoming events. And then if you want to look at any email history of emails that you've sent through the system and or gotten, and any emails that you may have missed, some of the older newsletters, if you want to go back and check those out if you missed anything, and then any of the forms that you've taken. So if all the stuff you've done to register and to possibly donate, and then attend any of the Podscaster webinars. This is a new feature. It's really cool in the new member portal, which is to engage with the community here. So you can reach out to people, other PODS members, and engage with them here. Start a conversation, you know, start a chat. You grab people's email addresses and send them a direct email, phone numbers, websites. We have all of the pertinent information that you need to be able to communicate and collaborate within the PODS community. So I need to go connect with people. You can see here I don't have anybody here. But yeah, so if you want to generate a circle, upload some photos, you give some information about your committee. If you want to send messages to different people, you can do that here. And then of course, you can update your settings, change your password, and then run through all of that good stuff. So make sure, again, new members, when you join, that your logo is up to date. You know, pipeline companies buy and sell each other all the time, right? So we're going to make sure our logo's up to date, our email addresses are up to date, and all of that good stuff. And then again, we're finishing up updates to the member directory, so it's going to be searchable. So that's why in the member survey, you were asked quite a ton of questions in there, like, what kind of services your company offers, and then where, if you're an operator, where you operate your pipeline, because we want to make sure all of that is searchable for our members so that they can engage. A lot of people come here still just for the data model, even though we have all this other great stuff going on at PODS. People are still absolutely very much interested in downloading and accessing the latest version of the PODS data model. So up here now, we only have 7 up right now, and that's on purpose just because we didn't want to clutter everything. If you need a previous release before 7, just email us and we'll make sure to get that over to you. So, just depending on what you're working on and what your system setup is, we have many different versions of the PODS data model that you can download. And then we are in the final testing stages of PODS 702 with utility network. So, and the implementation patterns as well. So with that being said, all PODS members have the ability to get an advanced release for testing. So that's what's happening right now. And so we have about 4 or 5 PODS members that are doing some final advanced testing on the model, just to work out any last minute kinks or issues or corrections that may need to be made before we make that available to everybody in the general membership. So you want to come in here. It's quite easy. It's all just zip folders. You come in here, you download a zip, you open that up, and make sure that you guys can see this. Yeah. Okay. So, right. So you're going to open up that zip file. And you're going to have everything. It's really, really hard to see. Sorry about that. Okay. It's a little bit better. So you're going to have your workspaces in here. You're going to have all your final versions. You're going to have all of your user documents and your toolbox with which to go ahead and migrate your system into that. So you have all your conceptual model diagrams, your configuration guides, your geodatabase guides, your executive summaries, all of your listing of documents, and then of course, the 500-page data governance documents that are just type page sugar. So if you have any questions or have any issues with downloading whatever version of the PODS model that you're looking for, please let us know. You can either reach out to me or you can reach out to Luke Hoopmacher, who is our technical coordinator. He works with Integratech, and so you can reach him either through his Integratech email address or technical.coordinator@pods.org. So any of those technical questions that you may have, that's what he's there for, is to help people get rocking and rolling. All right, so back to our homepage. Next up is the Regulatory Resource Center. So as part of your membership, you have unlimited access to all of our resource centers. What we did here was curate a list of the federal as well as all state regulatory information that we could find to have all in one place. So if you are looking for information on state regulations in Louisiana for gas regulations, here's a link here. Department of Natural Resources here, Office of Conservation, you have all of the hazardous liquids regulations, and then the 811 information as well. So just a great resource, especially for our smaller operators who may not have access to all of this. If your company's looking at buying additional assets in another state, you may want to look up to see what the state regulations are related to where your assets are going to be held. And then our Data Resource Center, this has been very, very popular. This has been, we've had more hits and more engagements in this resource center than even people going to download the model. So again, what we've done here, and by we I mean Luke and his team, has curated this Data Resource Center And the idea here was that, you know, almost every single government entity, they manage GIS data specific to their governing area, right? And so what we wanted to do is make sure that we put it all in one spot for you to go ahead and download. So if you're looking for Department of Transportation GIS data hubs, right, and you want to come in and download, you know, I'm always picking Louisiana, right, because y'all know me, y'all know where I'm from. All of these great layers, right, that you can add directly into your database, so that you can visualize this on your Esri platform, so that you can know specifically what's around your pipeline. It's just as important for us to manage and understand and know what's around our pipeline in order to operate safely as it is to know what's in the pipeline, right? We need to know where it is, what's in it, and what's around it. So just a wealth of information here that you can download. And then Esri's been very gracious in giving us access to the Esri Living Atlas Worldwide links and layers. So that's, you know, a lot of our information is based specifically around the US, but you know, we're very grateful that we have access to worldwide data as well. And then the DOE Energy and US Energy Atlas, all of the NOAA maps, the USGS maps, the FEMA National Risk Index, just a great tools for you to apply to your risk management program. And if you're the GIS guy at your company and you want to impress all of the integrity engineers and risk analysts, you can show them that they can add these data layers to their portal, right? And hopefully be able to do their job better or easier. Of course, we already showed you the job board. If you're interested on how to post a job, there's step-by-step information here, and then also learning all about the resume bank as well. So with that, we're going to get in a little bit to the learning management system. So this one, we're still doing some testing and working out some of the kinks left on this one, but this is where we're housing all of our podcasts, all of our legacy videos. So anything that is on the internet related to PODS, right? We want to curate and get all of that information there. So, you know, is PODS the right solution? Getting to know the utility network, just a ton of great information here in learning. And then also a bunch of educational videos. So if you're interested in PODS 7 and how to get started there, we have a great library of videos that you can get here. We do offer continuing education credits for any of the videos that you participate in, or absolutely the podcast as well. So because most CEUs are self-reporting, we give you a certificate whenever you complete one, and you can turn that in with your certification. So, okay, with that, that's kind of everything that I wanted to show you guys today. I'm going to pull up the presentation and just run through a couple of things. These are all the benefits of joining PODS, but you guys have already joined PODS already, and everybody that's on this call that is thinking about joining PODS is going to join PODS too. So again, this is how we work with our committees and volunteers, which we kind of went through as well. There is a hierarchy, there is a method to the madness, believe it or not. Here's a listing of our board members and then some of our trade association partners as well. And then we have some information, some further information on the PODS data structure and how important it is, and all of the model benefits, which again, we're going to run through all of this on the in much greater detail at the back to school user group event. More information about PODS 7. And then what I want to get to here is our upcoming events. So again, make sure that you join, that you participate, that you tell your friends all about the cool stuff that we're doing here at PODS and how we're growing as a community, and how our focus and our passion is around pipeline safety and the safe and optimal operation of our in-ground assets, and then also the future, right? And where we're going and how we build pipelines in the future, and how we can support our brethren in adjacent markets of water and carbon sequestration, hydrogen, and renewables as well. So I'll check one more time to see if there's any questions. And I don't see any. So with that, we'll go ahead and close up. Thank you guys so much for joining today. I'm really excited that so many of you joined. Again, if you have any questions, or if you need any support, or if you want to get engaged, if you have any issues with getting into the member portal, you can email me, Monique Roberts, so monique.roberts@pods.org, or you can email, we have a great staff of people that help out, Faith and Deb, and all the really great people, Luke as well. So you can email info@pods.org as well, and get some additional information there. So with that, I'll let you guys get back to your day. Again, thank you very much for joining. We are going to upload this orientation to the LMS and YouTube as well. So if your colleagues were not able to make it, we're going to get you that link so that you can forward that on. So with that, I hope to see everybody in the near future. Sign up for those volunteer forms so we can get you guys involved in the community, and make sure that you order your PODS shirts. And we're very, very, very grateful to have all of you. We're super excited about all of the stuff that we're working on, but the main reason why we're excited about it is so that we can share it with you guys in our community. So thank you again. Welcome to PODS. We hope that, like Paul Herman, that with Chevron, that you remain a member for the next 20 years and then some as well. So awesome. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.